Oh, 2-0, baby. The Buccaneers are back with a 2-0 start on the season. Another win. Of course, I expected them to beat Chicago because, frankly, Chicago is not that good. But we did end up pulling it off. However, before I get into my reaction, I am Ramy B, and I post weekly Buccaneer reaction videos. So make sure you click the subscribe button down below and stay tuned for all my future videos. But let's get into the numbers and let's get into my reaction. So the Buccaneers finished the game 27-17 win against the Chicago Bears, which, frankly, at the beginning of the game, we went down and scored 3. Chicago moved the ball in like 4 plays. 75 yards scored. It looked like it was going to be a long day. However, the defense adjusted, was able to hold Justin Fields, especially really until halfway through the fourth quarter. The Chicago offense really did nothing at all. There was a lot of 3 and outs. They weren't really gaining yards. It was a very dominant performance for sure. But overall, the Bucs had 437 yards of total offense with 317 passing and 120 rushing. The Bears had 236 total yards with 169 passing, 67 rushing. I think the biggest threat that I was worried about was Justin Fields running the ball because last year he had like 1,100 yards. And I think he was averaging about 7 yards per carry. So we definitely were able to shut down their run game. We were able to establish the run as well, especially much better compared to last week, and really did what we wanted to do. Now, there were a lot of opportunities to finish drives better. We had a blocked field goal. There was a couple of times we were able to move the ball and then kind of fizzle out on their side of the field and all of that. But overall, I'm really liking this offense. You know, compared to years past, the offense used to be very predictable. Now it's unpredictable. It's very diverse scheming. You could see Dave Canales trying to do different things and try to move the ball in different ways. And I'm really liking it. Of course, there's going to be plays where maybe it's not as positive, not as effective, but you know, he's learning. He's trying to learn the flow of the game and how to string plays together and things like that, but it's looking very promising. So Baker Mayfield had a great day, 26-34 for 317 yards and a touchdown. Rachaad White was our leading rusher, 17 carries for 73 yards and 1 touchdown. Chase Edmonds got some carries, Sean Tucker got some carries, so the ball moved around well, but Rachaad White was pretty effective overall on the day, especially in the fourth quarter when we needed to kind of milk some clock. We were able to. Unfortunately, we didn't end the ball. Unfortunately, when we had that drive, that longer drive at the end of the game, we ended up punting and all of that, but we were able to kind of move the ball and control some of the clock. I think we dominated the time of possession significantly throughout this game. On the receiving end, Mike, pay that man Evans, 6 catches, 171 yards and a touchdown. The yards after catch today was crazy. That 70-yard completion he had, I think it was like a 10-12 yard pass. He took it all the way down. He got gassed, of course, but no worries. Got us down into field goal range at the time, and I think that one led maybe to the blocked field goal. Godwin 5 for 58, K. Dotton 6 for 41, Rachaad White 5 for 30. So we were able to spread the ball a lot. Baker Mayfield definitely had some Houdini type acts where he was getting hit and he's flicking the ball with his wrist to K. Dotton underneath, and we're able to get positive yards. But Mike Evans on the day, great performance by him. The man still got it. We need to pay him, and again, I think he's gonna stay a Buccaneer. I think they're waiting to see what this season looks like and what the market value looks like, plus what the salary cap is going to increase by before they really make an offer. But yeah, Mike Evans, I mean, he had that one catch on the sideline where he caught it. I don't know if Baker was trying to throw it out or not. It looked like he kind of did from the TV angle, but he caught it, spun out, and then obviously his touchdown, which was a little underthrown, but you know, Evans is put up a 50-50 ball. Evans is going to win 95% of the time. Defensively, the defense really balled out. We had 6 or 7 sacks on the day. Cam Gill had 1 forced fumble, which was recovered by Justin Fields, and a sack. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka had 2 sacks. He really hasn't been good since we've drafted him. He had 2 sacks, I think, against the Patriots 2 years ago. Got another 2 sacks today. Vita Vea, 1.5 sack. Logan Hall, half sack. And Shaq Barrett, 1 sack, and essentially it was the game-ending, game-clinching play. That pick, which was beautiful, jump back one-handed. It was reminiscent of a couple years ago in the playoffs. I want to say it was against Philly, maybe, where he jumped and got that athletic one-handed interception. He got it. There was pretty much a big gang tackle, huge crowd, and the Buccaneer defensive linemen and teammates kind of pushed him into the end zone for the pick 6, which put us up 26-17, barring the extra point. So very clutch play by Shaq Barrett. It doesn't look like that Achilles injury is really hurting him. Last week he had a lot of QB pressures. Today he had a lot as well. So wonderful there. And then Christian Eisen, I keep saying his name on. Izzian, I'll call him Izzian. He ended up having a pick at the end of the game. Essentially, the game was out of reach. It was over. Justin Fields threw it. It was like a bobbling act between 2 or 3 defenders, but great concentration, great catch. He took it. I think he was going to try to score, but he realized, you know what, maybe I should fall down. So defensively, we did great. We held Justin Fields 16 of 29 for 211 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. There was another play that probably should have been a pick by Zion McCollum. Looked like the refs missed it. I know they called it an incomplete pass, but they definitely missed that one. On their run game, not much going on. Khalil Herbert, 7 for 35. Rashawn Johnson, 4 for 32. And Justin Fields, 4 carries for 3 yards and a touchdown. So we really held Justin Fields in check, and he was the biggest worry there. On the receiving end, the Buccaneer killer DJ Moore, 6 catches for 104 yards. It seems like when he was in Carolina, he was dominating us every time we played him as well. So hopefully we can figure out, well, we're not playing him again this year, but yeah, definitely killed us there. Komet, 4 for 38. Claypool, 3 for 36, and nobody else really over 30 yards. So overall, defensive masterpiece. I think if our defense continues to play this way and can hold teams to under 20 points, I think we can have a good record for the season. I don't know, last time I checked, Atlanta was losing by 2 to the Packers. I don't know what the final score was there, and I don't remember when the Saints are playing in Carolina. So wonderful performance there. We definitely needed to be 2-0 because we're playing next Monday on Monday Night Football. We are playing the Philadelphia Eagles, who are obviously the reigning NFC champions. They're 2-0 right now. They've dominated, well, not really dominated. Minnesota came back. I think we played Minnesota much better in Minnesota, and I think they played in Philly. But it's going to be a tough game on Monday Night Football. Again, a lot of the Eagles' effectiveness is built off the run game, and I think our defense is good enough to contain their run game. I don't know if we'll contain them to under 100 yards. I think we will, but I think it's the yards per carry that's very important. Hopefully we have Carlton Davis back so he can shadow A.J. Brown, and then obviously Jamel Dean will be on their other wide receiver, Devontae Smith. So definitely going to be a good game. But overall, our defense this season has looked lights out. We're getting a lot of quarterback pressures. We're getting a lot of sacks, but we've got, what, 7 or 8 over 2 games, and we've had, what, 5 or 6 turnovers since. So defensively, we're playing very aggressive, short tackling. We're not missing too many tackles. We're aggressive. We're flying to the ball. We're doing what we need to do. And then offensively, we're playing safe football. The offense looked significantly better today. Last week, we had, what, the first 5 or 6 drives, we netted like 20 yards, and this first 3 drives or 4 drives, we had over 200 yards or something like that. So as long as the offense keeps doing what it's doing and progressing, and you know, statistically defenses usually dominate early on and offenses take some time. As long as Baker continues to have not make too many risky throws. Last week he didn't have any that I can remember, and then today I don't think he had any risky throws either. Throwing it to wide open opponent, wide open receivers, and making the right play. So as long as he continues to play safe, obviously there's going to come a time, maybe against the Eagles, where we have to be a little more aggressive because the game is closer, we're down, and I think as he's getting more comfortable and trusting Mike Evans and Godwin and our receivers, he'll be able to pull it off. So yeah, Bucs Nation, we're up 2-0. I don't think anybody really expected us to start 2-0. I think we play Eagles, and then we play the Saints next, and then we have a bye week. So if we can go into the bye week, I think a lot of people are saying 2-2 is a good start. I think if we can go 3-1, we'll be in really great position for the playoffs and the division. So as always, let's go Bucs. Great win. Comment down below what you think of the win. Baker Mayfield, the offense overall, and let's always go Bucs. Let's get it. Let's go 3-0 after next week. Let's really shock the world against the Eagles. But yeah, as always, let's go Bucs, and I am out. Let's go! You know what, Bucky?